Hello and welcome to Coffee with Kirti. Today we have an amazing entrepreneur. He is someone who was in the US, and he was there for almost more than 5 years in the US. He was working with a nice, really corporate job and all of that, paid well and all of that. But he had a dream that he wanted to come back to India, and he wanted to start his own company, and he did that. He started a company with along with his friend called Papa Zapata. It's a Mexican restaurant chain that is they have almost four of the outlets in Pune, and they've been doing quite well. We'll talk about that. And he's also a professor. He teaches at different B schools. He's also an author. He's authored a book. He's also a motivational speaker, and he's also a lot of other things that we will talk about. So his name is Arjun Panchal, and he's a very good dear friend of mine. We've been co-judge at different panels for different startup contests and all of that. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Arjun. Arjun, welcome to Coffee with Kirti. How are you doing today?
Hi, Kirti. I'm doing good. Thank
So
you so much. Thank you so much for inviting.
yes, it's a pleasure having you on Coffee with Kirti, Arjun. So
Pleasure and honor is
I've been following your story for some time now. I've seen that you've made this awesome Mexican restaurant called Papa Zapata, and you said that you started this with your friend. I would like to know more about that. When you started this, how this idea came to you, and was this your first entrepreneurial stint also? Before this, did you start something else? So give us a little background about yourself, and then also tell us about Papa Zapata.
Yeah, so I would say it would be my second startup. The first startup, I
Okay.
would say it wasn't a startup, but it was more of entrepreneurial.
Okay.
That was that three of our friends in school, high school,
Okay.
in my hometown, Nagda. We used to go to Indore, the city Indore, and we used to buy the magazines, and we
Okay.
used to sell in like our school time.
Oh,
So that
nice.
was that's how we started. It was a kind of media company. But yeah, I mean, yes, about Papa Zapata, when I was in US, I was very much inspired with Chipotle.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Chipotle, they have around 700 outlets in US, Canada.
Yeah.
So I used to find a long queue always, and I felt that there is an opportunity in India as well, because if you see Mexican, Italian, or Chinese, yes, they are
Right.
there in India, but Mexican is something kind of emerging
Right.
in India. So I came back in 2015 in India,
Okay.
and 2016 with my partner Vikas Vora, and I started Papa Zapata. In the first outlet we started in Pune in Zion Mall,
Okay.
and the second outlet we started in after 6 months we started in Cubics IT Park.
Okay.
The third outlet we started in Quadrant IT Park. The fourth outlet we started in Eon IT Park.
Okay.
Yeah, that has been the journey. And one franchisee we sold in Indore.
Okay.
So one franchisee there we sold in Indore. So that has been the journey
Okay.
about Papa Zapata, and always wanted to do something, of our own. And so even, yeah, the job was good, everything, the life was good in US, but that entrepreneurial bug, that you want to do something of your own.
Right.
So that has always been there, and that's how we did it.
Awesome, awesome. So, for your information, I'm a big fan of Chipotle also. I used to love Chipotle when I was back in US. I used to love Chipotle almost, I think, every week, at least once or twice. I used to be there. So,
Sure,
I'm a
sure.
big fan of Mexican food also. So, uh, so Arjun, tell us about, because a lot of people, including me, I started a restaurant business also, food and beverages, right? It's not very
Mm.
easy. It is very, very difficult business as compared to you starting a website or an app or any other technology company. Starting F&B is very, very difficult, right? Because I did something called 100rupees.com burgers. So we wanted to do burgers. We then pivoted to doing, more healthy foods and all of that, but it did not work out, honestly speaking. You started the first one, and then you made another three outlets, and then you also franchised it. How did you do that? Our audience would be, wanting to know how do you move from one to four and five and maybe 700 like Chipotle.
Your question is actually, it's easy or tough. I would say, if you believe in karma,
Right.
you believe in karma.
I
Your
very
karma,
much believe in karma.
yeah. So if your karma have been very bad, then you start a restaurant. I would say it's tough, actually tough. I never imagined that, because it's a 24/7 job.
Yeah.
It's it takes your energy, time. It soaks you up completely into it. Because first of all, it's not only service, though it is considered a service, but you are manufacturing every day.
Yeah.
And plus you are doing service. So if you have done restaurant industry, then you know any business end to end, because it's production and services both. Uh, uh, I would say challenging, but not enough, because I quit my job to start the restaurant. So I had time, energy, and money all.
Right.
I came back. So
Okay.
I didn't find too much difficult actually to start the first, second, third, and fourth year,
Okay.
because at that time, to start any venture, I believe you need to have a less responsibility if you start a venture. If you have responsibility, then it becomes difficult for you to scale it up as well. And so that's also not very challenging. But again, it depends on timing is very important in startups, I believe.
Right.
So that time was right for me to start this venture.
Okay. Awesome. So we have other questions also, but more focusing on Papa Zapata. I would like to know what is so different about Papa Zapata. How you guys are different from any other Mexican food outlet. I think in Mumbai we also have Taco Bell, right? Which is very different from Chipotle, but again, Mexican food, right? So how is Papa Zapata different? How do people find it interesting in India?
Okay, so I'll share with you as a friend, Kirti, because whenever you start a startup or something, everyone would like to ask you that how you are doing it differently. What is the USP? People bombard this question on you that, but we started Papa Zapata is different in itself. The reason is it's a Mexican food. Burritos, nachos, tacos, quesadilla, enchiladas, all these are very different in itself.
Right.
And when my partner and I, we thought of starting, and I was focusing on more of authenticity, that we will keep authentic Mexican, right? My partner was, we need to add paneer also. We need to add Indian spices also into it. So there has always been. For 3 months, initially, it was a more of introductory outlet. Whenever people used to come, we used to say that, sir, this is burrito, this is like this. This is tacos, this is like this. There is a difference. It's enchiladas, this looks like this and this tastes like this.
Right.
Because a lot of people, they never had enchiladas and quesadillas ever in their life.
Okay.
So it was more of an introductory outlet.
Right.
Then we realized that we need to earn also, rather than just being introductory.
Correct.
Following the passion is one thing, and after 3 months we added paneer, and we started having Q.
Okay.
And then we started outlet in Eon, the Cubic City Park, second one. You won't believe, Kirti, we started chole also, because there is a rice. There's a rice. There are vegetables.
Right.
We added chole, and people loved it. They used to call it a rice ball, and someone is like chawal chole and rajma because there is beans also.
Right.
Rajma chawal and chole chawal as well then.
Okay.
And in Cubics, man, I mean, every day we used to have like a long queue, and in Quadrant IT Park also there's a long queue, and so we also enjoyed it because we found the customer need what they
Mm.
want rather than what
Mm.
you actually want to serve them.
Right.
It's more
Right.
about customers, and then we realized it that it's more about customers, and then we started sandwiches also. We added pasta also.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Very
we added pasta also because surviving just on Mexican,
nice.
it's actually, if someone is watching this interview and they want to start a Mexican,
Mm.
my suggestion would be that only surviving on Mexican, it's not possible in India.
Right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we added these items as well.
So
So
it's
that's
more of
how it
an
is different. So just to sum up your the question you asked, that how it is different, it was different, but then we tried to make it not different just to match the taste of customers.
so by not becoming different is how you
no,
became different.
no USP, no USP. I don't want any USP. I
So
want to sell paneer and chole.
so your USP is no USP.
Yes, yeah, that's a learning
Awesome.
actually.
Yes. Yes.
What people
Awesome.
want, just give them. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Even in, like I was telling you about, my own experience of running a food cafe where we started with burgers, but the burgers were awesome and everything, but we didn't have this, everyday return, repeat customers. That was the
Yeah.
problem, and that's where we realized that we need to give them something really every day, not just one time, right? One time a
Mhm.
week or two times a week. It's not going to work out. We have to catch the customer and bring the customer again and again and again. So
Yeah.
that's where we said, let's make it a subscription model. So we tried working with a lot of gyms to, work with healthy food, going from burgers, which is very, very, junk, to we went to, fully healthy food. So that's a learning, right? So Arjun, you also are an author. You're an author, right? So tell us about your book. You've written a book called "What Happens in America," right? Tell us about that, and then we'll also talk about other things. But what is the book about, and how long did you take to write that book, and when is your next book coming out?
I wrote this in when I was in US only. So when I was a student in Boston, when I was pursuing my MBA,
Mm-hmm.
obviously I was so much occupied
Okay.
in because I was working under three professors and had classes also. But when I went to Los Angeles, when I got job in ESRI,
Mhm.
then believe me, doing job in US is easy, very easy. Because you go to office 9, you get back at 5 o'clock,
Right.
and actually you actually leave the office 5 o'clock.
Right.
Then I had all the time in this world every day.
Right. Right.
So there I wrote this book because usually people when they go to US, they have this cultural shock.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So I saw a lot of stories. My friends, people who are there, students who are there in India, they so wanting to study in US, and
Mhm.
what actually happens in US, they will show all the Facebook pictures, and they are going to Vegas and
Mhm.
LA and
Yeah.
SFOs and Florida and Miami Beach, and but they don't put pictures. They wash dishes and they do clothes and dishes, and how they miss their family and all those. To nobody, like, they
Right.
don't usually post it.
Right.
So this novel is a mix of a blend of experiences
Right.
of Indians in terms of education,
Mhm.
culture,
Okay.
systems, people out there, jobs, and education, and how they are different than in India.
Right.
So that's a contrast. Also, I tried to show,
Okay.
and also people who want to go to US or who actually have gone to US.
Mhm.
Actually, for
Mhm.
both of them, they will love listening because it's a mix of hilarious and emotional novel.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
After starting Papa Zapata, I try to write, but it's getting difficult here to complete a novel. Actually, yeah,
Nice.
too much
Nice.
occupied. Yeah.
I know. I know. I've been trying to write a book since 3 years. Tell me about it. So it's not easy. It's not easy. But yeah, I think what happens in America is very different from what is actually really portrayed on the Facebook or any other social media. It's true. So moving on, I want to know about your mentoring at different startups you mentor and stuff. You're also a program mentor at Symbiosis Institute of Business Management. So tell us about that. Tell us about how you help startups with strategies and with guiding them in I think in a real manner in practical giving them practical approach, because on ground what happens and on the business pitch on the deck what we write is very different, right? It's a totally different story on ground, right? So tell us about
Right.
that. How you help startups with mentoring and
I have been associated with SIBM for almost last 4 years.
stuff?
Earlier, I
Okay.
was visiting faculty there,
Okay.
and now I am adjunct there. So, and mentor for the program MBA Innovation and Entrepreneurship. So, just to tell you that SIBM has one program is a regular program where
Right.
students get the placements. So that's what SIBM is known for,
Right.
lucrative packages in life.
Right.
And second program they have is MBA Innovation and Entrepreneurship, where students are they are expected to start their startup venture in 2 years of MBA.
Okay.
They're not provided placements because they
Mm-hmm.
are there to start their own startup, to
Absolutely.
provide jobs rather than to get the jobs.
Absolutely.
And we started this program in 2014, and it's the sixth batch going on.
Oh, nice.
And this is more of my passion and fulfillment to mentor startups there. I
Mm-hmm.
just love doing that. And last year, so the program is such that in first semester, students focus on idea and opportunities. Second semester, they work on their prototype. Third semester, they uh, work on launching their own startup. And fourth semester, they focus on registering their startup and
Okay.
scaling it up. That's the ideal way of doing a course.
Okay.
So that's how we also focus the same way. uh, I'm more than happy to share that out of 80 students in the batch, usually you go to any entrepreneurship college in India, or entrepreneurship coachings or something like that, usual turnout rate
Mhm.
is 10%, 10 to 15%.
Right. Right.
That out of 100 students, 10 students are able to start their startups
Right.
usually. But at SIBM in this year, out of 80, we have 25 startups with prototype
Oh, wow. Wow.
in 1 year, I'm saying,
That's
in one
awesome.
year.
That's awesome.
And out of 80, 15, 14 are already registered and they are revenue generating.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
14 are already revenue generating and registered in 1 year.
Nice.
And remaining 11 or more, they are ready with their prototype and they will be registering in next 3 months. So
Okay.
25 startups at least, I'm saying. We are expecting more because 1 year is left, and we are expecting more than 30 startups out of
Right.
80.
Right.
So it gives me happiness, fulfillment, and I work with students to make the guidelines and to work with them, mentoring them one-on-one or in group sessions. Or but because yes, definitely, to an extent, people say that entrepreneurs are born also, but entrepreneurs, I believe, more of can be created,
Right.
and if given proper guidelines and proper mentoring at every stage, you
Right.
can actually save a lot of money, their money actually.
Right.
Because because I know that we have done a lot of mistakes in Papa Zapata, definitely. uh, uh, so all these mistakes I don't want students to do, and do not want them to spend money unnecessarily.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so that's the way.
Nice. 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 Awesome. I think you are all in all a startup guy. Core, hardcore startup guy. You just love and you're passionate about being around startups. You're writing books about startups. I also saw that I think you have a YouTube channel also, something to do with
Yeah,
startups,
I
right?
started that. Yeah,
What
started.
is that about? Tell us about that.
Yeah, uh, I'm recording video. I just started. Like I have 3 videos only, but
Okay.
yeah. But people are there. A lot of people now, rather than in India, I have observed that rather than reading, people like to listen.
Right, right, right.
Yeah. So
So what is the channel
uh,
called?
with Arjun Panchal only.
Okay, okay,
Arjun
okay,
Panchal. And yeah, so I'm trying to make small videos where
okay,
it's a crux of the learning of all the entrepreneurs, because I also learn from the students.
right,
When they come up with their queries, we solve the queries together. And
right,
at the end of half an hour of mentorship, even I get to learn a lot.
right,
So I feel that these all the students and all the youngsters in India, they are undergoing to an extent somewhere same challenges and same problems. So why not to address those problems and come up with a channel where students 2 to 5 minutes video
right.
where it's a learning about the entrepreneurship startup journey.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, Arjun, you just now talked about, mistakes and, learnings, a lot of learnings while you've been doing Papa Zapata and,
Don't want to remember them and don't want to talk about that. Sorry, but yeah.
no, if you, because see, F&B is not easy, right? So if you can just
Yeah.
throw a little bit of light, I know sometimes, it's painful to know all of that because I've gone
We
through the
can
same.
talk offline about it. Yeah, yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, any learnings that you would want to share with the audience so that it's useful for the people who are watching this video, that if somebody wants to start a Mexican food, you just said don't just be relying on one cuisine. Try to make it very customized to your customer, right? So that is one of the learnings. So anything that else that comes to your mind in terms of operations, in terms of saving money, right? Once you start out, for example, when I started my burger cafe, I started it in a chowpatty. It's very lean, right? And then from there we moved to a small cafe, and then we shut it down finally. So just to we wrapped that up this year. But then there are a lot of learnings from my side also. But then, what is your learning? What are your learnings that you want to kind of share with our audience?
So many, Kirti. But in short and few most important learnings,
Uh-huh.
I can share that
Right,
that first, what you said, that start small.
right,
I am hardcore believer of start small and
right.
MVP, what we
Mm,
call it,
mm,
minimum viable
Bible
product.
thought.
Starting, because we started big time. I mean, like on big scale, I would say,
Okay,
because and actually we were getting response also in IT companies, not though, but we spend more money than expected
mm,
or than it was required. In Zion Mall, we spend a lot, and that outlet we shut down after when we had outlets in IT companies
mm,
because the rentals were very high.
right,
So one learning is that start small.
right,
Second is rentals wherever it is manufacturing or services, rentals need to be very low. And COVID situation already actually it has taught us that
yes,
your rentals need to be very low.
right,
Third is uh, uh, operational cost. Obviously, it needs to be very less, as less as it can be.
mm,
Uh, Fourth is do hardcore market research is very important. What customers want. So
right,
before launching the product, your product needs to be at least pivoted 5 to 6 times,
right,
and then launch your product at
okay,
least 4 to 5 to 6 times. Those things, and most important is start,
right,
because a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs, they talk about it, they don't start it
it is,
actually.
yes,
They keep making big presentations and valuation and all those, but they don't actually start.
right,
So that learning, and so many more. I mean, how to keep your team happy is like spending time with them,
right,
not just for the job. Because I remember that many times we used to share the lunch in the same meal and same plate. Many times I did
right,
just having 2 bites or 3 bites. They just love it. That's
right,
also learning,
right,
right?
right,
How to keep your team happy,
right.
and any specific.
Okay, okay,
I
awesome.
go
I
on and
think
on and on.
I think that's the gist of it, is that keep it lean and keep it small. right? Step
Yeah.
by step, right? So
Mm.
I think from my experience also, I think you should put yourself in a process, right, where you should not skip the steps, because when you skip the steps, you actually are losing big time, because you may feel that this is a shortcut, but then it's not a shortcut. It's actually
Yeah,
a
and
very big long cut.
long time. And one thing I want to add here, Kirti, I believe you will also agree with that.
Yeah.
And this, what I'm saying, that this, I'm sure that this comes up with experience only. Uh, People who are watching also, I believe, two most important thing in any business or startup is, one is detailing.
Mm.
Your detailing matters a lot.
Right.
When you go to hotel,
Right.
where's the light, how clean it is, and even small things
Right.
you reach to, even food also, how it is being plated, how it is being decorated, and how what small spices it goes there. In e-commerce also, are you giving them emails or thank you emails, or thank anything, could small as small. Detailing is very important. And second is control.
Okay. Okay.
You
What do you
have
mean by
control.
control?
Control, like if you have a team of 50, we
Mm.
need to know that what every person is doing that.
Okay.
We
Okay.
need to have that control with people and staff, and second employees, and second is your expenses also.
Mm.
We need to have control big time. I mean, like we need to know that even 5 rupees or 10 rupees or 15 rupees, we need to go in that much control, that at the end of the day, your expenses and revenues, they should match. The
Okay.
balance should be zero. Yeah.
Right. 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 Okay, great. So, little off track, Arjun. Tell us about your role model, because you're such a big startup person. I want to know, who do you really follow? Who do you look up to?
Kirti Kadam,
Oh God.
because you started early and you have more experience than me.
Oh, no, no, no. No,
uh,
honestly.
uh,
Yeah.
and yeah, role model is, I won't be naming Mark Zuckerberg and all those are there, like Steve
Absolutely.
Jobs, and definitely everyone knows them. But
Right.
in my vicinity, and I know,
Right.
I admire Nikhil Bhaskaran.
Okay.
Uh, you already have taken his
I know.
interview, and
I know. I know. Yeah. He's a very good friend
oh,
of mine.
I, I, Nikhil, I admire him a lot, because a lot of questions, even I have doubts. Whenever I get stuck, I ask him.
Mhm.
You talk to him about manufacturing or services or technology or IT, or he is so pro and he knows what's going to happen. And he actually talks about the trend 5 years and 10 years and 15 years down the line. And
Right.
where people think that you're foolish,
Mm.
from where he starts, and
Mm.
actually those matters a lot.
Mm.
So Dan Phillip, he was my mentor in Boston. When in he started Venture Development Center in our university, UMass Boston.
Okay.
Uh, so he's the founder, and he has started 7 companies. He sold 7 companies. Now he's a billionaire.
Wow.
I know.
Oh wow.
Cloudhealth.com.
Wow.
So Dan Phillip, I just admire him.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
uh, Arvind Chinchure sir, he is a mentor and visiting faculty in uh, SIBM.
I know Arvind
He is
sir also.
Arvind Chinchure sir.
Yes.
Vinod Shastri sir, I
Mm-hmm.
admire him a lot. He was in SIBM.
Nice.
So
Nice.
he is a friend, as educator and entrepreneur. He is
Mm.
one of the best mentors one could get.
Awesome.
Yeah, there are
Awesome.
many.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
So these are some of the names that we really don't read in the books, but this small
yeah.
circle that is in Pune. Nikhil definitely is somebody who is more of a, I think he's more of a visionary. He understands long term. He can actually see what's going to happen in the next few years. So when I speak to him, I get that energy from him as well. So talking about vision, so Arjun, what is the big vision that you have for Papa Zapata and for yourself as an individual? What do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? What do you want to achieve in terms of impacting the world, or just startup putting your whole thing in the startup world?
Uh, Actually, you have asked this question on right time and wrong time as well, both, I will say,
Okay.
because uh, it's a big time we are pivoting.
Okay.
Already, I mean, restaurant industry, the margins were very thin,
Mm.
right? And now after COVID, it's all shut now, and
Okay.
especially in IT companies, they're not allowed to sell outside also
Right. Right.
in IT companies.
Right.
So it's a big question now what to do. Uh, but let's see how we can pivot. I had also planned to start just like Big Basket,
Okay.
online delivery of grocery and vegetables.
Okay.
uh, this thing, it's a big time, and mentoring any which way it's going on. So what I am trying to do is more of reaching out to entrepreneurs and helping them.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know, after 4 to 5 years, because COVID has actually I taught a lot of risk management, I mean, in entrepreneurship, but never thought that COVID situation will come.
Right.
So uh, uh, that is also, we are also stuck, to be honest.
Mm.
And let's see what best we can do. But I'll be with in mentorship role, and let's see if I can expand my mentorship to, and I can start a ecosystem where more students uh, can be benefited in entrepreneurship circle. That's what, at least I am there in that field for next 5 years, and I'm
Okay.
expecting it to expand it more and help entrepreneurs.
Okay. Awesome. 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 So one last question before I let you go, Arjun. Um, one line message to aspiring entrepreneurs. What would that be? One message that you want to just give to any
That
entrepreneur?
perfect. If you ask me to take 1 hour of session, I'll take it easily.
No,
But that
I don't want it to be easy, you see.
epitomizing in one line, uh, I just I believe in that, is that start and start small, because regret of not starting is worse than any failure.
Right.
That
Absolutely.
I wish I had started at that time. I wish I was an entrepreneur. I wish that regret of, because when I was working in California, it was definitely a very good job. But that bug of starting, I used to uh, stand up from my chair, and that I want to start something, and I there were a lot of challenges, but and success also, but it was more of fulfillment
Mm.
and success. So I believe start your startup if you are um, in muddle some situation. Start, because regret of not starting later is worse than any failure. Fail it. It's fine if you fail it. Go fail. That's totally fine. And most of the startups, the first venture is actually is started to get failed only. Then
Yeah.
the second startup you learn, and the second startup you grow. So
Right.
totally fine. That's why start small. Don't take too much risk, but start.
Start. Start. Just start
Yes,
is
that's
the
what
tagline. Like, just
I
do it.
believe.
Just start.
Don't have
Awesome.
regrets in your life. Don't
Don't
have
have
regrets.
regrets. Awesome. Awesome. So, Arjun, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking out time and talking to us, talking to me on Coffee with PT. I really appreciate you sharing a lot of information about Papa Zapata, how things are different in F&B and all of that. So, thank you so much for coming on Coffee with PT.
Thanks to you. Thanks to you. You are doing a great job, Kirti. I must say
Thank
that,
you.
because you are actually taking efforts, and it's just you are volunteering, I would say, because and I wish this Coffee with Kirti grows up to a level that people definitely wait for these sessions, like who is coming next. I wish you all the best. People
Thank you.
like you. Would also want to mention Professor Yogesh Brahmankar and Ismail Akbani.
Yes.
Professor Ismail
Yes.
Akbani in
I know it's
SIT
my
and
son.
CMIT. You
Yes.
guys are doing great job in nurturing entrepreneurship in the ecosystem. So
Thank you
thank
so
you
much.
so much for having me here. It's my honor and pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, Arjun. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.